is the longest living person in all of human history? I'm not talking about a Guinness World Record holder, but someone from the oldest written record known to mankind, the Bible. His name is Methuselah, and he lived to the remarkable age of 969 years. That is a number we can hardly imagine today. You might be thinking, that must be symbolic, or maybe they counted years differently back then. But Genesis chapter 5 gives us surprisingly specific numbers. Adam lived 930 years. Seth lived 912. Nearly everyone in that genealogy lived well past 900. So, what was going on? Was this simply ancient mythology, or is there a deeper truth hidden beneath these numbers? Today, let's explore that mystery together. The water canopy hypothesis. One of the most fascinating theories is that the world before the flood was a completely different place. In Genesis chapter 1, God separates the waters above the expanse from the waters below. Some scholars have proposed that these waters above formed a massive water vapor canopy surrounding the entire earth. Now, this hypothesis is still debated, even among creation scientists. But if such a canopy existed, the earth would have functioned like a giant greenhouse, maintaining a stable, temperate climate everywhere. It might have also filtered out harmful solar radiation and UV rays, conditions that would be remarkably favorable for human longevity. According to this theory, when the canopy collapsed during Noah's flood, the environment changed and human lifespans began to drop. It's an intriguing attempt to understand what Scripture describes: the purity of the early human genome. Another explanation points to the condition of early human DNA. Adam and Eve were created in the image of God, perfect in design. The earliest humans would not have accumulated the thousands of genetic mutations and diseases that affect us today. Over time, exposure to environmental toxins and radiation gradually corrupted the human genome. If we trace the genealogies in Genesis, we see lifespans declining steadily after the flood. By the time of Moses, the change was striking. In Psalm 90, Moses himself writes, "The days of our years are 70, and if by reason of strength they be 80. The long shadow of genetic limitation had fully arrived. The name Methuselah and the patience of God. Now, here is something we shouldn't miss: the meaning of the name Methuselah. Traditionally, this name has been interpreted to mean, when he dies, it shall be sent. While Hebrew scholars offer varying interpretations, this traditional reading is deeply significant. It refers to the judgment of the Great Flood. Surprisingly, when you calculate the biblical timeline, Methuselah's death and the onset of the flood align perfectly. So why did God grant him the longest life in all of Scripture? Perhaps because woven into those 969 years is the incredible patience of God, a God who waited year after year for even one more soul to turn back to him. A secret to a truly long life. No matter how long anyone lived in Genesis, every account ends with the same 4 words: and he died. No human life, however long, escapes that ending. But there is one man who never saw death. Enoch lived only 365 years, the shortest lifespan on the list. Yet Scripture doesn't mourn his shorter life. Instead, it says, Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. What mattered to God wasn't the number of years Enoch survived. It was who he walked with. And that is still true today. More than 969 years of mere existence, God treasures a single day lived in step with him. The Bible is full of mysteries like this that make us want to dig deeper. If you'd like to keep uncovering these truths together, please subscribe and leave a like. May you walk with God today. Thank you for watching.